Good Monday morning to my YouTube and Facebook followers. Welcome back to the beginning of the work week. For me, it's the end of the work week. It's my Friday today, so I'll be enjoying that. But hey, I just wanted to talk to you this morning about something that popped up on my news feed. The statement was, vegans say that fat causes insulin resistance. Now, let's address this. There's two ways to look at this. Now, if you're talking about body fat causing insulin resistance, then yes, that is possible. Whenever you have increased body fat, your hormones change. Everything's different whenever you're overweight. So there is a possibility that you're less resistant to insulin. That's actually a side effect of a standard American diet, the standard American diet, if you will. So what happens is you gain weight, you get obese, and then you are flooding your system with excess glucose, which causes excess insulin, and then your receptors on your cells become less responsive to the insulin and resistant to that. And I've talked about that before, where you're basically the receptor site changes a bit on the cell, so the key won't fit the lock like it's supposed to. You're trying to fit it and it just won't do it, so the glucose can't get into the cell. So yes, that can be true. Dietary fat does not cause insulin resistance, and here's why. Dietary fat, whenever you're doing a ketogenic diet, dietary fat is being used to produce ketones for energy. So that's absolutely not the case. If any diet can cause you to become obese and develop insulin resistance. Harder with ketosis, with the ketogenic diet, because you're using dietary fat as energy. Typically, you don't see people getting fat on a keto diet unless they're really overeating their calories. And that, again, with the calories in, calories out model, doesn't really compute. The body doesn't know what a calorie is. That's a measure in physics of how much heat it takes to break down the energy, or the energy. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. That's a physics thing. That's not something the body understands. So anyways, unless but you do have, your body requires a certain amount of calories to just complete homeostasis, which is to stay the same. If you increase your energy, or if you increase your activity, your metabolic rate's going to increase. If you have less activity, your metabolic rate decreases. Your body adapts. It's not stupid. It's not going to kill itself because your activity level's here and you're only consuming this much. It's not going to it's not going to do that. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Dietary fat does not typically cause insulin resistance. A vegan diet, for instance, a vegan diet. Okay, so vegans, they consume fruit, right? Okay, and what does fruit have? Fruit has fructose. Fructose is broken down, or whenever it's sent to the liver doesn't know what to do with it, so it just turns into triglyceride, which is fat. It's a molecule that is sent around. It's just kind of a globule that floats around in the bloodstream. It ends up getting deposited as visceral fat. It ends up getting deposited in the abdomen, and that's what happens. And then after that happens, you can become insulin resistant because you're increasing your body fat, and your hormones are changing, and you're going to be having free-flowing insulin in the blood all the time. Is going to become resistant. So that's a nonsense statement to say that fat causes insulin resistance. So I wanted to address that with you this morning, and just let you know that's false if you ever hear that. Dietary fat does not cause insulin resistance. Body fat, yes, but that body fat, how it got there, that's probably not from a ketogenic way of life, and it's from another way of living, standard American diet, or overeating fruit. For whatever reason, it's there. But it can develop and cause some insulin resistance if it's body fat. bottom line. But dietary fat will not cause insulin resistance, especially if you're on a ketogenic diet. Sure, if you have dietary fat that you're consuming and you're not on a ketogenic diet, then sure, you're going to have elevated, cholesterol levels and be at risk for cardiovascular disease and those types of things because your triglycerides being elevated, probably your HDL being low. If you're eating a ketogenic diet and you are living the ketogenic lifestyle, dietary fat is not going to cause insulin resistance. I'm living proof of that. I'm type 2 diabetic. My blood sugars are under control, my cholesterol levels are normal, and I'm eating a ketogenic diet. Snickers and all, Reese's peanut butter cups and Pepsi and those kinds of things, that's what causes insulin resistance. So, if you want to have insulin resistance, eat the standard American diet. If you don't and you want to lose weight, ketogenic ways to do it, coupled with intermittent fasting and extended fasting. I'm a big proponent of that. It works great. It's worked well for me. Lots of videos about it, not just for me. Check them out. It will change your life. It really will. So anyways, I hope I myth busted that one for you this morning. And I hope you guys have a great Monday. Have a great rest of your work week. And I look forward to seeing you again. Thanks.